E. Brave Davis, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Hey, Prime Minister, welcome. Thank you very much, and please be seated. To the Most Honorable Sir Cornelius Smith, our Governor General, to our Acting Chief Justice, Bernard Turner, my Cabinet colleagues, parliamentary colleagues, Deputy Leader of the Free National Movement, Shenandoah Cartwright, to our former Prime Ministers, Hubert Alexander Ingram and Mrs. Ingram, and Perry Gladstone Christie, Dame Marguerite Pendling, our former Governor General and the wife of the father of our nation. His Excellency Leslie Bryce, the chair of our National Independence Secretariat, to my lovely wife Anne-Marie, who is here with me, and to all of you here, Bahamians. My friends, history is not inevitable. We didn't have to be here, and it didn't have to turn out like this. I thank God that it is we who live to see the dream of independence fulfilled. And I thank God that at our Golden Jubilee, it is we who are truly blessed to celebrate the legacy of 50 years. Just after midnight on July 10th, 1973, words were not enough to express the feeling in our hearts when our flag, our Bahamian flag, was raised for the first time on the sacred ground of Clifford Park. And later, as we lift our heads towards the rising sun, we knew that something profound had happened. The Commonwealth of the Bahamas had been born. It was, and always will be, a single event, never to be repeated. What joy was there in that dawn to be alive? But it didn't have to turn out like this. At any moment, there might have been another path taken, another road traveled. When women finally won the right to vote on February 9, 1961, the victory was not certain, given the fierce opposition of key figures in the then ruling party. But they gained the right to vote, which was a critical step towards achieving majority rule. When the Speaker's mace came flying out of that window of the House of Assembly on April 22nd, 1965, things might have taken a different turn. Sir Milo Butler, led by Sir Lyndon Pendling, and many in the crowd may have been subject to violent suppression. But thank God, it landed peacefully and they lived on to fight another day. And when the general election was held on September 19, 1972, there were 5 parties acrimoniously contesting for votes, reflecting the stark divisions in the country about whether or not we were ready for independence. Had the result not been clear and decisive, the British would not have agreed that it was the right time for the Bahamas to become independent. It really didn't have to turn out like this. But it did, and here we are. The vision and courage and determination of so many people have brought us to this moment. We are the children and grandchildren of those visionary, courageous, and determined people. This is our inheritance, and is now up to us, each of us, to improve the course, steady sunward, to chart a better future for us all. My friends, the promise of independence was more than just freedom from colonial rule. It was also the promise of self-determination the right to shape our own destiny. When we joined the United Nations in 1973 and became a distinctive part of the international community, our founding father, Sir Lyndon Pindling, set out our credo to the General Assembly. He said, and I quote, "We wish to live in peace. We wish to satisfy the needs, both spiritual and physical, of our own people. We wish to be neither dominated or coerced, and we wish to build a society built on the sound foundation of constitutional authority." And so it is. This 50th anniversary year of independence, we not have much to celebrate. The legacy of the past 50 years is found in the many successes, triumphs, and accomplishments of Bahamians, both home and abroad. In the trades and professions, in sport and the arts, in public, corporate, and civic life, we have built a nation. And countless numbers of Bahamians have built and shaped the institutions and culture which constitute our modern Bahamas. Throughout the course of this year, let us celebrate what we have. Let us celebrate the contributions of outstanding Bahamians. Let us reflect on the moments of challenges and crisis and remember those we have lost. Let us discuss and debate so that we might confirm a shared vision of our future. Let us sing and dance and make music and recite poetry and produce dramas that show to all the world what it is to be Bahamian. And as we celebrate, let us each leave a personal legacy from this year. As we move forward into our Golden Jubilee celebrations, I invite every person in our Bahama Islands around the world, every citizen, every resident, and every friend of the Bahamas to join me in making two pledges during this Independence year. First, pledge to participate. Don't just sit on the sidelines watching and leave it to others. Actively participate in at least one independence activity this year. No matter your age or stage of life, no matter how busy you are or how beset by current troubles, do something meaningful to mark the 50th anniversary. This moment belongs to us all. Participate in an official event or work with others to mark independence in your own way. We are all part of the fabric of this nation, and we each have a role to play in our national development. Secondly, I want you to pledge to make our country stronger. Set yourself a personal goal to achieve something, to do something, to learn a new skill, or lift yourself up in some way, so that by the end of this year, you can point to a personal achievement. Learn a new trade, or learn how to farm. Walk every day, or read a book every month. Learn Grammy's recipe for peas and rice, or decide to cut out peas and rice for the year. Whatever it is, let it be something that helps to take you closer to the vision you have for your life. A strong country rests on strong communities. So what are you doing to build your community? Can you tutor a child, help a struggling family, grow a garden, bring an elderly relative to the doctor, become more active in your church, or share your talents and skills with the next generation? If each one of us commits to doing something, then at the end of the year, in a very real and tangible way, we'll live in a better Bahamas. Friends, let us make this year a year to remember. I have no doubt that the road on which we will have trod will indeed lead us to our God. One nation marching together toward a common, loftier goal. Our legacy cloaked in the banners which we continue to wave high so that the world can mark the manner of our bearing. Our future, for which the responsibility falls on us to determine. The future is not inevitable. We have the power to shape it. And though the wide and treacherous shoals will certainly bring their challenges, we are more than capable of navigating them. 50 years from now, let our children and grandchildren stand here and say that we were the ones who made it happen. We were the ones who really delivered on the promise of independence. And so I say, march on! March on! March on, our wonderful Bahama land. March on. God bless you and thank you.
Prime Minister, we love you, Prime Minister. We love the Bahamas.
Prime Minister
Well, great
of the
speech.
Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Shine on.
And in an effort